Hey guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig. It's 9 o'clock. It's time for another video. Now today I'm going to be taking a look back at what happened with Magic TV in 2022 and what's going to be happening moving forward in 2023. Basically, I'm going to be looking back and seeing what I did right and what I did not so right in the last year and where I want to be moving forward. Now, I'm a big fan of goal setting. Anybody who's ever been mentored by me in business will know I'm a huge fan of goal setting. I think it's very, very important to have a clear mental image of where you want your where you want to be. And I think that it needs to be aspirational. It's that old expression, isn't it? Shoot for the moon. If you don't hit the moon, you'll hit the stars. I always tell people when I'm mentoring them in business that when you set up a goal, it's going to be, you want to aim as high as possible. And I always use this analogy of, hey, imagine you're standing on a garage roof and in your backyard there's a tree and there's two branches, an upper branch and a lower branch. If you jump off the roof and you're going to try and grab hold of the tree and you aim for the lower branch, well, that's all well and good, but if you miss that lower branch, you're going to fall on your ass because there's nothing left to grab hold of. But if you aim for the upper branch and you put all of your time and effort into grabbing hold of that upper branch and you don't hit it, well, you're probably going to end up higher than you did before. You're going to end up grabbing hold of that lower branch because you've aimed higher in the first place. So, you know, when I set up Magic TV and I realized that this is something that I wanted to do, and I realized that it had value to the community, I've been setting goals with Magic TV and I've been setting goals with this whole thing. And yeah, I mean, I'm not going to be talking about anything else. I'm not going to be talking about personal goals. I'm not going to be talking about goals to do with my entertainment business or Non-Stop Kids or Slightly Unusual or my own personal goals as a person, because I have goals as a person. I'm in the middle of trying to lose weight because I put it on in lockdown. I still haven't shifted it, and I've got a lot of goals personally that I'm trying to I'm trying to hit, but this is specifically about Magic TV. So we can start off by looking back at 2022 and just having a quick look at some of the products that I released and what went right and what went wrong. And then we'll look forward at what's coming up in 2023 and what the future of Magic TV is. So, first of all, I released 12 products in 2022, which was my goal. I wanted to average one a month, which I did, which is fantastic. And to briefly go through those with you, I think the very first one was Playlist, which was came out in January. Now, Playlist is my EDC, my everyday carry. It's a selection of song request cards that song download cards that you can keep in your wallet and you can take out and you can have people scan them and download them. And there was a lot of it was a long project with a whole bunch of stuff that you can do. It was a little bit like ESP cards, really, but with songs on instead of ESP symbols. And there was a QR code revelation in there, which was really clever as well. And you could do ESPN matchup routines and Wheel the Jack match style routines. I was very happy with how that came out. Looking at the reviews, they were pretty much positive. A couple of people said that they haven't seen music download cards for a while, and so it felt a little bit out of place, which is fair enough. I didn't have a problem putting it in my wallet, but generally the reviews were really positive, so that was great. That was really good. Then after Playlist came the Quantum Deck, and I mean, obviously, the Quantum Deck is a little bit like Marmite. Most people love it. Some people hate it, and that's absolutely fine. I just saw a post the other day. Tyler Lunsford put up his top 10 magic tricks of 2022, and one of the tricks he put in there was the Quantum Deck, which was very nice of him. It's hit the list of a lot of people, and a couple of people commented saying, "Oh, it's terrible. It doesn't work. It can't be examined." I think people missed the point. A lot of people got hung up on this examinability thing. Trust me. This deck can be examined by people in the audience. I learned a lot from bringing out the Quantum Deck, because I always thought that if I put a trick out and I included tons of live performances, there's no way that anybody could say that it wouldn't work in the real world. If I've got videos on the project of me performing it in an obvious real gig and handing the cards out and having people looking at them and not seeing anything, then I thought, well, no one can possibly say that this can't be examined, or this is not possible, or this can't be done close up. But that's what, you had a small section of people saying, oh, you couldn't do this close up. You can't get away with this close up. Well, hang on a minute. There's videos of me doing this at weddings to paid clients. There's videos of me doing this at birthday parties. There's videos of me doing this at smoke and mirrors. There's videos of me doing this on the street. On top of the tons of videos I've put up on 5x5s on the channel, showing that I actually do the quantum deck to real people all of the time, into people's hands, and I give them the deck afterwards to examine, and nobody ever sees anything, and you see the reactions. And but there's still people that kind of overlook that, and they can't see the wood for the trees. And I learned a lot from there. I didn't realize that would be the case, and I kind of learned that as well, that it didn't matter how hard I tried, it didn't matter how much effort I put in, I'm always going to have people that don't like me for one reason or another. And that's absolutely fine. If you look back at the early episodes of Magic TV, there's a lot of videos where I'm effing and blinding and I'm saying, hey, how dare you say this about me? How dare... And I used to just attack every single person that said something negative about me. These days, I don't have the energy. I kind of went... I even regret making the video about Luke Dancy. Should have handled that in a different way. It triggered me purely because the amount of crap that he was spewing, and he had a big audience, and he was just saying a lot of complete and total untruths, and he had an agenda. I mean, let's be honest, he had an agenda. But even still, I shouldn't have gone after him like I did. And I learned from the quantum deck that I can only do my best as long as I believe in a product and I believe in something and I put 100% in. That's all I can do. Because here's the thing, and I spoke to my mentor, Brad Burton, about this, because I left the community for a long time and then I came back. And I know there's a lot of people that don't like me. I speak to people all the time and they go, you know what, I didn't like you, and now I actually think that you're a good guy. And I've got other people that go, oh, I spoke to somebody and he hates you. For some reason, I've just got a bunch of people that just don't like me. And I spoke to Brad Burton about this, my mentor, and he said, I want you to make 2 lists. I was like, okay. He said, one list, put down all the reasons why people like you. I was like, okay, I'm honest, I'm outspoken, I'm not afraid to state my mind, blah, blah, blah. I put all this stuff down. And then he said, now put down in the second list all the reasons people don't like you. And the 2 lists were almost identical. The reasons that people like me in this industry are the same reasons why people don't like me. And by trying to get everybody to like me, I'm just changing what I am and who I am. And the people who do like me and my creations and my content on this channel, then they're not going to be happy if I change categorically who I am just to please the people that don't like me in the first place. So all I can do is be true to myself and carry on doing what I do. And if you don't like me, that's fine. I find it hilarious that the people who don't like me spend more time watching my videos than the people who do. But whatever, that's their axe to grind and their thing, whatever. But I learned from the quantum deck, I can't please everybody, and I just have to kind of do my own thing. And as long as I'm happy, that's all. As long as I'm happy that the product I've put out is as good as it can be, that's all I can do. And I'm going to get haters, and every creator has haters, and that's something that I personally just have to deal with. And that's all I've got to say about that. I find it interesting and amusing that the whole point of the quantum deck, it was designed so that when somebody said that number and it's locked in and you pick up the deck and you deal, there's no ambiguity. You deal directly to that number. And the amount of people that came up to me afterwards going, well, you could do this with Barry Richardson's method. Yeah, I know. I talked about that on the product. I actually dismissed that very early on. And the reason I dismissed it very early on is because it breaks the count at just the wrong point. And doesn't achieve what I wanted to achieve. But thank you for watching the tutorial and then coming up with the method that I actually talked about on the tutorial. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. So, whatever. It was a source of inspiration. It still continues to sell. It's still one of the best selling tricks of all time with Murphy's. But it was very interesting that there was such a split. And I think the hype had something to do with that. Anyway, I'm not going to take these in order. That was the second one. I really am not going to take these in order. I'm probably not going to remember all of them, but I know there's 12, so let's see if we can figure it out. Forecast was something that I was very passionate about making. I thought it's a very niche audience doing a project all about the memorized deck. I had so many people on my channel asking me how to memorize a deck of cards that I wanted to put something out there that really kind of gave people a pathway that they could actually follow in order to memorize a deck of cards. And what I mean by that is I wanted to have this product out where there's tricks that you can do with a mem deck that require no memorization. And then other tricks that you can do that use a crib that's included. And then other tricks that require, and it was kind of like almost a gradual learning curve. And that's been so well received. The amount of great feedback that I've had. I don't know if it's my commercially best-selling trick by any stretch of the imagination, because I think that a lot of people just don't want to learn a mem deck, and that's absolutely fine. But the amount of people that have contacted me and said, you know what, I'm now doing a mem deck and it's because of that project, has been mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing. So I've been very, very happy about that. Forecast was very well received. After Forecast, let's have a look. There's the Mirage coin set, which a lot of people have said to me was their favorite trick of 2022 that I put out. And it was a trick that I put out 15 years ago. And we completely went back to it. We got Roy Coopers to change all of the gaffs and to really upgrade the gaffs, and he did an amazing job with that. We got the new routines, new tutorials, new concepts, new handlings, streamlined everything. 15 years of performance. I went back to basics and I stripped everything away, and I was like, right, that's what we did. This is what we're doing now. And I really wanted it to be a project where if you don't really do much coin magic, you can buy the Mirage coin set and it gives you everything that you need in order to be able to perform straight out the box some very easy tricks, but also some tricks that require a lot more effort. And it really kind of is a gradual learning curve to becoming a coin magician. Really happy with that, how that came out. Really, really happy with how that came out. The amount of people that said that they now do coin magic because of the Mirage coin set, blown away. Absolutely blown away. Absolutely blown away with that. Couldn't be happier. Off the back of it, Alakazam have launched their Mirage range of coins, and there's a bunch more coin sets that are coming out through Alakazam in the coming weeks and months and years that are going to be part of that Mirage range, including a few things by me, so look out for that. That's going to be coming in 2023. Then let's flip over to Penguin and let's have a look at Chop. This is another example of a trick that I bought out many, many years ago, and I completely revamped it and bought it out. And my attitude was very simple. Penguin came to me and they wanted Chop. And I was like, yeah, absolutely fine. But only if we can make it. I don't want it to be just a re-release. I want it to be a major improvement every way. And I believe that they've improved the gimmick. I think that Magnet is a better strength for what we need it to do. There's new moves. I think that the Chop Cup routine, the core routine, is a lot better because of those new moves. But then on top of that, new uses for the gimmick as well. The Coins Across was so well received, and the mystery card was so well received as well. Very, very happy with how Chop came out. And, Penguin have actually announced that it was their best-selling trick of 2022, which blows my mind. Absolutely blows my mind that was the best-selling trick of 2022. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. The perfect example of an everyday carry. You just take a Sharpie around with you and you're good to go. Then you got Keymaster, another trick that I bought out about 10 or 15 years ago that I bought back out. And you know what? I had nothing to do with the Chrome, with the Keymaster Chrome. Absolutely nothing. It got bought out without me knowing anything about it. Nobody contacted me about it at all. I never gave permission for that to come out at all. I never had anything to do with Keymaster Chrome. It came out, whatever. I was quite annoyed with that, and because I had so many other routines that could be done with Keymaster, and if the people that had bought out Keymaster Chrome had actually even spoken to me, I would have been more than happy to to come in and film all these new ideas and new routines and new concepts. But as it happens, that wasn't the case. So it was great to be able to do this with Penguin and actually do Keymaster like I wanted it to be done, with the extra key and with all of the new routines and some of the stuff with business cards and with ring on string and everything else. I think we've taken the Keymaster project to an entirely new level with this. And I've spoken to so many people that are now using Keymaster as an act, and that's great. That's really, really great. I love hearing that. I really do. What else? Right, okay, now I'm going to be doing a separate video on this, but I think that the biggest miss that I made in 2022 was Crystallize. And it's such a shame because I love Crystallize. I love the routine. I paid with my own money to have the tutorial and the trailer done to a very high level. And unfortunately, because of the way that the props were made, it just didn't deliver. It just didn't deliver. And that upsets me so much because I put so much time and effort into it. Now, I stayed quiet during the whole of this thing kicking off on the Magic Cafe, because it did, not just the Magic Cafe, but everywhere. You know, the crystallized controversy. I stayed quiet on my thoughts. Prop Dog and Dave Bonsall went on the Magic Cafe and they made their thoughts very, very clear. And as far as I'm concerned, in many ways, threw me under the bus and made a lot of statements that are factually inaccurate. And I just stayed quiet. You know, I just didn't want the fuss. However, I think the time's right for me to talk about this, and I'm going to be doing that on a video in the next few days. So in the next few days, look for a video that says the crystallized controversy, and I will be basically talking about what happened. I'm going to be putting across my side of the story. You know, Prop Dog and Dave put across his side of the story as far as he's concerned, and that radically differs to my thought process to it. And so I'm going to be addressing that. I never said that I would. I decided to stay silent on it, but unfortunately things have happened in the last couple of weeks. And these things have caused me to revisit my opinion as to whether I should share my feelings on this. So I am. So look out for a video. Doesn't mean that I don't like Prop Dog. I've ordered from them all the time. Think they're a great company. Dave Bonsall, salt of the earth, great guy. But I'm not going to stay silent on what I think happened with the crystallized thing. So look out for that video in the next couple of days, because I'm going to have my say on it. But as far as I'm concerned, for my 2022, that was probably one of the lowest points. Crystallized failed and failed massively. Yeah, not going to go into that in any more detail. Just that was a massive fail for a variety of different reasons. What else did we have come out that year? Let's see if we can remember. Trivia, again, very well received. Trivia was one of those things. It was a book test that but designed to fit in your pocket, and it was all based around movie trivia cards. And it was one of those tricks where I'm thinking, will it be well received or not? You know, it was based on my old love cards trick from a few years ago, and I completely updated it for trivia cards because love cards aren't really around anymore. And man, I can't believe how well received it was. I do it all the time in gigs, but because it's kind of more of a mentalism slant, and I'm not really known for mentalism, I didn't know if it'd be as well received as some of the other stuff, but it has been, which is incredible. Really, really great. We had, what else did we have coming out that year? We had Cheeky came out. Cheeky was my project on the Cheek to Cheek deck. Anybody who knows me knows I love doing deep dive projects on various different things. So, you know, with the visible deck and the invisible deck and the Stebbins stack, and, you know, this was another one of those where I took the Cheek to Cheek deck, I modified it, updated it, and showcased some of the routines that I do with it. And again, it was very well received, and a lot of workers have contacted me and told me that they use Cheeky in almost every single gig that they do. And that means the world to me, because I love that trick so much. And it's great to see that other people are using it. And in fact, if anybody's watching America's Got Talent All-Stars, which starts in January, keep a close look on some of the magic acts, because I think you might see Cheeky being used by one of the magic acts in America's Got Talent All Stars. I'm not saying any more, but just look out for that. And that was absolutely amazing. So yeah, are there any others? I'm trying to think. There's going to be, because I haven't got to 12. Elf came out at Christmas. It was a big bucket list item for me. It was a big tick, because I've always wanted to do a Christmas themed trick. Always wanted to do a Christmas themed trick. Never actually done one. Always wanted to do a Christmas themed trick. And this was a packet trick all based around Christmas. I said to Pete, I said, I don't know how well this is going to go. I don't know if people buy into Christmas tricks or not. I love theming my magic to particular holidays, but I don't know if it's going to be really popular. I was blown away by the fact that it had sold out. Like literally a couple of weeks before Christmas, it had sold out. I had people contacting me saying, it's sold out. We can't get it anywhere. Can you help us? And I'm like, no, I wish I could. I'm so sorry, but I can't help you. I was very happy because I wanted to, again, one thing that I tried to do with my magic is I tried to make it a project. I tried to make it something that everybody will watch. And that's what I think I managed to do with Elf. I managed to make it a project. It was over an hour and a half long with a whole bunch of different routines in there. I was very happy with how that came out. So that was good. The Vanishing Ink Masterclass was, I really wanted the Vanishing Ink Masterclass to, I knew there were going to be a lot of people watching that maybe weren't aware of my work. And I wanted to showcase the sort of thing that I did. And I remember going to Andy Gladwin and saying, look, I'd like to do 4 sessions, not 3. I know you typically do 3. I want to do 4 sessions. It's Christmas. Let's give them an extra session. And I want to pack it full of tricks. No theory, no nothing, just tricks. I want to do trick, 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 trick. I want to have a ton of tricks in there. I want people to be going away going, oh my gosh, there's so much magic there. And I'm very proud of the fact that that's what's happened. The amount of people that have come back to me saying wonderful things about the Vanishing Ink Masterclass. It was my first experience working with Vanishing Ink. I loved every second of it, I have to be honest. I thought that it was a great experience, and I'm very impressed with how they carried themselves as a company. I've always been impressed with Penguin and Alakazam and the 1914 and Murphy's and the people that I traditionally work with on a regular basis. But man, wow, I was so impressed with Vanishing Ink. I really was. And they made the whole process seamless. Their marketing was great. Their social media was in point. Everything was fantastic. And I'm really glad that people like the content on there. I've had so many people contacting me saying, hey, I've started doing this trick. I've started doing this trick. I've started doing this trick. And that's great. That's so lovely to hear. So yeah, that's the Vanishing Ink Masterclass. I also did my second Alakazam Coin Magic Academy, which was intermediate. In 2020, I did the beginner. In 2021, I did the intermediate. 2021, I did the beginner. 2022, I did the intermediate. In 2023, I'll be doing the advanced Coin Magic Academy with Alakazam. The intermediate was great. People loved it. It was really nice that really great coin guys like Colin Klaus were reaching out to me saying, oh my God, I really love the material in there. There's a lot of stuff that I shared that I've never published or shared anywhere else. And it was so nice that people got on board with what I was trying to do and what I was trying to say. And I was hoping to inspire a bunch of people into getting into coin magic. And I think we've managed to do that. Which was great. I don't think there was anything else. Let me see. Murphy's, I bought out the Quantum Deck. Penguin, I bought out Chop and I bought out Keymaster. 1914, I bought out Forecast. Alakazam, I bought out Cheeky. Trivia. Elf. There's more with Alakazam. There's way more with Alakazam. The Mirage coin set. Help, people. Please help. I don't know. There's more. Who cares? We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I do want to give a shout out to other people who let me be on their project. Roman Armstrong was very nice to allow me to appear on the hard stretch tutorial, which was lovely. I got a chance to create routines for color match with Murphy's, and also pro caps for Lloyd Barnes and Murphy's, and also the Boombox by Andrew Niner and Penguin Magic, and Seth Ray's Flip Balm. Got a chance to perform on all of those and create routines for all of those projects and a few others as well. And I was honoured to be asked by these various different companies to be a part of those projects, and also the Orphic Plus wallet. Obviously, I got to be involved in the Orphic Plus wallet, so thank you to the 1914 and to Lewis Lavelle and Dee Christopher for allowing me to be part of that project. And then obviously the other thing, two things to talk about in 2022 is the Netrix. We launched it. It's been going for about 6 months now. I know people, we launched with 100 tricks, and we've now got almost 300. And we said we were going to upload an extra 5 new tricks every fortnight. People said we were crazy. People said it couldn't be done. It has been done. Every fortnight we've uploaded 5 new tricks, including some tricks that people are saying are absolute modern classics. We've got new people joining. We've got some incredible instructors, and we're not slowing down. The feedback that we've had from the members is great. Outside of the Black Friday deal that we did, our cancellation rate is something like 0.6%, because when people join, they kind of just realize what a big deal it is and how much content there is, and then they just stick around. So for everybody who's joined the Netrix and tried it out, I really appreciate that. I said in the opening trailer, when I put a trailer together for this, I said that it's my magnus opus, and I really believe it is. I want to have the Netrix, the platform. I want it to be more than just a Gumroad thing. Now, there's nothing wrong with Gumroad or Patreon, but I wanted the Netrix to be something bigger, something like a actually really big platform where people get access to so many different things. And that's what I wanted to achieve. And I really believe I have achieved that, and obviously it's not perfect, and obviously we're improving every single day, and we're adding stuff, and we're continuing, and we're getting better. But even where we are right now, it's good. It's good, and it's going to get better. So yeah, the only other thing to talk about with 2022, from a Magic TV, well, two other things from a Magic TV point of view. First of all is the channel, which despite being very busy, especially in December, we've managed to upload every video that we said we were going to upload. We've managed to keep up the level of content that we've been doing, and that has been mind-blowing. I thought there were going to be times when I wasn't able to do it. I've traveled to America twice, 3 times. I've traveled to America. I've been running around doing gigs. I've been ill. I went through the whole BGT thing with Ryland, and yet I was still able to constantly upload videos every day. And I because here's the thing, I'm the sort of person where if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. It's why the Netrix has to have those tricks go up every fortnight, because I've said I'm going to do it. And if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. It's the same with Magic TV. I've made a promise to every single subscriber that I'm going to put up a certain amount of videos every single day, and I want to achieve that. And things change over time, and we add stuff and we take stuff away. And, you know, the Matchumentary has recently just started. I think back in November we started it, and that's been supremely popular. But, you know, we continue to upload, and I think it's why people stick around, because they know that we're constantly uploading videos. Magic TV has been phenomenal. It's hard work. I would be lying if I said there weren't several points in the year where I seriously considered throwing in the towel and just calling it a day, because I do this as a labor of love. Genuinely, I do this as a labor of love. And when you see the hate comments and you see the people moaning, oh, you haven't replied to me. No, I haven't replied to you, and I'm really sorry, but I've got 3 businesses that I'm running outside of Magic TV, and I'm performing, and I've got a wife, and I've got kids, and I'm uploading all these videos, and yet you want me to sit down and reply to hundreds of comments. It's not going to happen all the time. And people go, oh, you don't care. Well, yeah, I do. If I didn't care, I wouldn't be putting up the videos. But if anybody thinks that I've ignored you because I haven't replied to a comment, I'm very, very sorry. I just literally have not got time to reply to all the comments. And I could get somebody in my office to reply to the comments and just go, oh yeah, just say thanks to everybody. But that's impersonal. I'd rather not do that. It's why the Q&A was created, so that, I can take everyone's questions and answer them to the best of my ability. But I'm very proud of the fact that we've continued to grow and we've continued to improve. And, I think we're in a good position going into 2023 to continue that growth. The only other aspect, talking about Magic TV, that I want to talk about in 2022 is Ryland. He's the reason I do all of this, I'll be honest. Watching him on the first review show and then watching him now is just a world of difference. I cannot believe what that kid is capable of. He just practices 24/7 and just shows me stuff that either I can't do or it took me years to do. And I just can't believe the level of skill that he has and the level of stage presence he has, and he's only just turned 10. It scares me. I was blown away at what he managed to do on BGT. Walking out, getting through to the semi-finals, walking out in the semi-finals in front of hundreds and thousands of people watching at home, and doing what he did was mind-blowing. Walking out at the IBM convention and going out and smashing it. Walking out at the Magic Circle convention and then J-Day twice on the Magic Circle stage in front of all the members of the Magic Circle and going out and doing as well as he did. Walking out at Blackpool and going out and doing as well as he did. Seriously, when you think about his accomplishments, semi-finalist on BGT, performed at the London Palladium, performed at the Hammersmith Apollo, performed at the Gala Show at Blackpool, performed at the West End Magic at the IBM convention, performed in the Gala Show at the Magic Circle convention, performed in the Gala Show at the J-Day convention at the Magic Circle, competed in the close-up competition where kids have never entered before at the London Magic close-up competition and held his own and then some. Absolutely blows me away. He's become a resident performer at the House of Secrets in Blackpool. He's performing literally all over the UK. He's just literally finished doing a show with Magic Sam and friends, and it's just amazing. He's done more by the age of 10 than most magicians do in their entire life, and it blows me away. And to see what he's going to be doing in the next few years, as long as he sticks at it, which I can't see any reason why he wouldn't, it's just scary what this kid could achieve. So that's 2022. In terms of moving forward, nothing's changing in terms of the channel. We're gonna spice things up a little bit. We're constantly adding new stuff and taking stuff away and trying things. We're going to be adding some new programming over the course of 2023. The Matchmentary series comes to a close in the middle of February, and that has been hugely successful. Matt's done a great job. We're already working on season 2, which is going to be off the back of season 1, which was basically turning Matt into a magician. Season 2 is going to be all about his journey, getting him into the Magic Circle. So how taking him from where he is to auditioning and applying and becoming part of the Magic Circle. I think that would be a really cool season 2. So we're already working, me and Michael in the marketing department at my company are already gearing up for season 2, even though season 1's not over. The Matt test will continue, but we're going to be doing a lot more live performance footage as well. We're going to be doing more review show revisiteds, and we are at the first quarter of 2023, we're going to be updating the studio. We're going to be having a whole new studio, which is going to be fun. That's going to be very, very exciting. So we're having that developed and built. custom built, so that's going to be great. There's going to be a big announcement in the first 4 weeks of the year. A huge, big announcement that's going to rock this industry to its core. I'm not going to say any more, but that's going to be big. We're going to be having Magic. People keep asking for it, so we're going to be having merch for Magic TV and Netrix, but we're also going to be having some really fun stuff. If we're going to have a merch shelf, then we're going to have a whole bunch of t-shirts that maybe a lot of people won't find appropriate, but I think it's going to find an audience. So we're going to be having some really interesting merch and t-shirts and hoodies that I think you guys will like. But yeah, we've got a really big announcement that's tied into Magic TV, it's tied into the Netrix, and it's tied into every product that I've ever released. I can't say any more, but look out for that. In terms of products, because I know everybody always wants to talk about the stuff that I've got coming out. I've currently got about 5 things that I've been working on with Murphy's over the course of the last year. 3 or 4 of them are nearing completion. The one that I can talk about is myself and Lloyd Barnes are going to be doing it. Well, we have been. For the last year and a half, myself and Lloyd Barnes have been putting together the ultimate gaffed deck. And we really think it is the ultimate gaff deck. It's the first gaff deck that Murphy's have ever done. And it's all killer and no filler. Like, it is the best gaff deck you've ever seen. And we've spent so long to get it to a point when it's ready. I have a feeling this is going to drop in maybe the first few months of the year. It's going to be killer, but I've got some amazing stuff coming out with Murphy's. I've got a poker chip thing. I've got 2 custom decks, as well as the deck that as well as the gaff deck, and some other stuff as well. I've got many things coming out through Alakazam, too many to mention. Some stuff coming out through their Mirage range, some Mentalism, some other bits and pieces as well, including one of the best color-changing decks you've ever seen, and another big project. I'm working with the 1914 on a few different things, including the long-awaited Svengali project, and also on a lottery prediction, which is great. And then with Penguin, I've got so much stuff that I've already filmed for Penguin, but I'm going out again soon. And I'm going to be filming a bunch of other stuff with Penguin as well. I've got some incredible stuff lined up with Penguin that we're talking about that is literally just ridiculous. And then finally, I'm talking to Vanishing Ink. Off the back of working with Vanishing Ink and having a great time with them, you know, and with the masterclass, them and I are talking about a couple of different projects. So nothing signed, sealed, and in the bag yet, but it will be at some point. But it's not there yet. And there's a couple of other smaller companies that I'm going to be working with that I don't want to say too much about right now. And then as well, another scoop, RSVP Magic is back. Obviously, I did a video recently about RSVP online, but they're going to be back with physical products as well. And I'm going to be launching at least 4, but probably more projects through RSVP. 3 of them are filmed and in the bag. So, and they're going to be really cool. So there's a lot coming in 2023. People ask me, will I self-publish? And the answer is no. I just don't see the need. Why would I when I can work with all these amazing companies? I will tell you that Ryland has his own trick coming out in 2023. He's already filmed it. We just need to get some live performance footage for the trailer. But yeah, he's got his own trick coming out in 2023. Which is killer. It's a close-up trick that he's been doing for the last year, and it is really good. So look out for that. I think he's going to be on the Alakazam stand at Blackpool, so he might even have that at Blackpool to demonstrate and perform for you guys, so you can see it firsthand. But I don't know. I don't know when it's coming out, and so that's that. And yeah, there's some big news with Ryland as well. I mean, Ryland obviously is a big part of Magic TV, but outside of being a big part of Magic TV, he's got his own thing going on as well. I mean, he's only 10, you know, at the end of the day, but, you know, he's got over 15,000 Instagram followers. You know, all of the videos that he does through his own Instagram channel. That's his own thing. That's got nothing to do with Magic TV. It's why when he said he wanted to become a professional magician, I was like, you're going to make your own way. It would have been very easy for me to go, okay, let's do a 2-person show. Let's go and do it together. But, I'd rather him go out and do it himself and stand on his own 2 feet. And that's one thing that I'm encouraging. But there you go. That's big news coming up. Lots of tricks coming out from me personally. I'm going to be working with other companies as well on other projects like I did with ProCaps and Flip Balm and so on and so forth. I'm going to be working with lots of other people and lots of other projects. Murphy's are talking to me about a couple of things at the moment. So a Penguin. The future looks bright. People ask me, how long will Magic TV continue? From my point of view, Magic TV will continue as long as 2 things happen. 1, people want to watch it. As long as people want to watch it, I'll be doing it. And 2, as long as something catastrophic doesn't happen in my life. So, for example, if my entertainment companies went belly up and I had to put all of my attention and focus into them, that would maybe split my attention away from Magic TV. Or if somebody in my family became ill and I needed to look after them, that might split my focus. Because unfortunately, there's certain things that I have to prioritize over this sort of thing. But assuming that nothing like that happens, then Magic TV will continue to grow and continue to get bigger and continue to get better. And, I don't know how many people are going to watch this video. I don't know how popular it's going to be. It's just me talking about what I did last year and what I'm going to be doing next year. But for anybody that's made it this far, thank you so much. For anybody who's ever watched a video on Magic TV, bought a product from me, subscribed to the Netrix, watched Ryland, voted for him on BGT, whatever the reason is, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. You are the reason why I do this. Even the haters, thank you. You guys are the reasons why I do this. And I really appreciate it. So I hope you guys had a good 2022. I didn't hit all of my goals, but I hit quite a few. And I look forward to sharing my journey with you in 2023. And as for the crystallized thing, watch out for a video all about that. It's coming soon. Guys, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon. My name's Craig from Magic TV.